How is it possible that WinRAR can repair any volume with one RAR file? I just learned about .rav files with WinRAR, where if you have a 10-part RAR volume, for example, +1.rav recovery volume, the .rav volume will be able to fix any one corrupted .rar volume. How is this possible? I don't understand how one volume could have all the data to fix any/all of the individually broken volumes. I'd guess that it's perhaps possible in lieu of the volumes not being broken up linearly, like I'm imagining, where each RAR volume holds distinct, individual files of the whole packed within, but rather, perhaps, .rav repairing is possible when the RAR volumes are viewed as one continuous file of bits and bytes, so to speak, and that perhaps there's some precise sorcery, repair work, involved to fix corrupted bytes. But I just don't understand how you can have 9 working volumes with one damaged, yet have a recovery volume that can repair any one of the volumes. How is one volume able to hold data of all the volumes?
Let's take a really simple case. You have 4 volumes and a recovery volume, each with 1 bit of information in it. The recovery volume would contain the result of each of these bits stored together. So, our recovery volume contains the single bit one. Now, let's say volume 1 fails. If we XOR the remaining volumes 2, 3 and 4 with the recovery bit in place of the failed volume we get. So, this tells us that volume 1 contained 1, since it is the result of the equation. Let us pretend volume 2 died instead, so we replace its value in the equation with the recovery bit. So we know that volume 2 contains 0, since it is the result of the equation. If volume 3 or 4 failed, they would both produce 1 in this equation. So, if any of the volumes failed, the recovery volume can be used to reconstruct the data based on the remaining volumes. This is probably the simplest form of error correction you can have. If 2 volumes failed, you can't recover anything.
For a really simple way to understand how this could be, imagine if the recovery volume contained the sum of the other volumes. With a list of numbers, missing one of them, and their sum, you can always reconstruct the missing number. For example, consider these 2-digit numbers, 13, 88, 17, 43. If you knew that there was one missing number and the last 2 digits of the sum of all the numbers was 81, you could find the missing number. 13 plus 88 plus 17 plus 43 equals 161. The only 2-digit number you can add to that to make a number that ends in 81 is 20. Say you had the 20 and were missing the 43. 13 plus 88 plus 17 plus 20 equals 138. The only 2-digit number you can add to that to make a number that ends in 81 is 43. Thus the recovery number lets you find any one missing number.
If you want to support the channel, please consider subscribing.